Hey everybody. So I'm going to cover SpaceX since it had so much popularity on the launch. I know a lot of people probably have purchased this one, and there's kind of a lot to say. So Elon Musk has Tesla, which Tesla is a very strong company, and he's a very smart guy, right? So he was able to raise this launch raised him $75 billion. So whenever it was launched at $150, it was worth 75 billion. Okay, it went up about say 50%. Yeah, almost identically to 50%. So a lot of people that bought the IPO, it went up 50%. Normally, what happens in an IPO is that the stock basically goes up a little bit and then it corrects for quite some time. Now, you can speculate and say that SpaceX is going to be pretty huge in the future, right? I mean, you want to look for somebody that's done something like that in the past, which Elon does have Tesla, and Tesla has gone up significantly since the launch, which is amazing. But Tesla wasn't valued at $75 billion. Okay, we can kind of look up here what the value of Tesla was. Tesla initial public offering was on June 29, 2010, valued company at $1.7 billion. Okay, if you look at Tesla at $1.7 billion did go up, right? Went up significantly. It had this very large candle that went down, and then it consolidated for. These are weekly candles, so we can see how long it consolidated before a breakout. Almost 3 years. Okay, so it went sideways for 3 years. Now, SpaceX is valued 75 times the amount of the IPO. So I did not buy this one, but I do plan to buy this in the future. I'm expecting it's probably going to be several years in the future. Um, but as time goes on, the chart is going to change, right? The indicators are going to change. You're going to be able to see momentum. But right now, everybody that bought is just speculating because of who Elon is, and that their friends probably bought it, and that's a really bad strategy, right? Most of the time, if your friends are piling in it, it's a very bad investment. It's time to sell. So a lot of the initial buyers probably sold whenever it went up 50%. They made 50% of their money, and the panic hasn't really set in yet. Okay, this is a weekly candle. This is a hammer candle, which is very bearish. It does need confirmation, right? But you can just speculate that a $75 billion market cap is, and they don't really make any money, is deserves some sort of correcting. So, where is this likely to go? If I had to guess, from maybe from its top here, I would say this would fall probably in the frame of 80 to even 95%, maybe even under $10. Okay, but even at a 60% drop, if it gets there, right, I would probably start looking at it and just looking at the indicators, and then I'd take a quick peek, and then I'd look back maybe a year later and see where it's at, if there's some kind of bottom formation that's forming. But overall, I think SpaceX will do really well in the future. It's just going to take a long time to get there. Just like Tesla consolidated sideways, SpaceX has to correct or consolidate sideways, which I highly doubt it would do something like this because it was a $75 billion IPO. But this is something that I would look back at maybe around that 60% drop range, and then or if there's some sort of consolidation before that lasts maybe a year or so. Not exactly sure where the price would be at that point, but that's kind of where I would at least start paying attention to it. However, this is one that I will end up buying. I'll just probably buy it in 2 to 4 years from now. I want to see some sort of a bottoming formation. So, all right, guys. I'll talk to you on the next video that we